So a few days ago, Eminem's manager, Paul Rosenberg, took to X to post about how Stans is still the #1 movie on Paramount Plus, and he thanked the fans for making this happen. And it turns out that there's more to Stans on Paramount, as Eminem revealed just hours ago on X, thanks to the Stans who made Stans the #1 documentary of all time on Paramount Plus.
Damn.
And right now, as it stands, Stans has opened to generally positive reviews, as seen on IMDb, where it stands at a 7 after over 2,000 reviews. But the fact that in such a short time, it became Paramount Plus's #1 documentary of all time shows that there's still a huge demand for content related to Eminem, especially a tour, based on fan requests you'd find on social media. But as it stands, there's a higher chance of Eminem dropping 3 new albums over the next 3 years. There's a chance for an Eminem tour to happen.
Damn.
And moving on to the main topic today, we got Complex out here shocking fans when they dropped their list for the 30 best hip-hop movie soundtracks of all time. And this came as a shocker. 8 Mile was ranked at #1, and the top 5 goes 8 Mile, Above the Rim, Street Fighter, Judgment Night, and The Show. And Juice came in at #7, and Black Panther at #10. And coming from Complex, a hip-hop outlet that seems to be allergic to anything related to Eminem in recent years, was quite the surprise, and fans who've been following these lists from Complex have expressed their surprise. Rare Complex win, one user stated. And this is because we've seen Complex articles literally make up narratives on the spot and use said narrative to bump down Eminem during their rankings. And the most infamous was when they did a versus ranking when versus was still a thing, and Eminem didn't crack the top 10 because his hits did not age as well.
Based on what? But let me go back to what I'm saying originally.
Because there's no single objective measure available that points to that. And of course, they gave Jay-Z the #1 spot in that article. And back on topic, when it comes to 8 Mile, it didn't just open to a positive reception from fans and critics. It also went on to become the most successful hip-hop soundtrack album of all time, and earned a spot in the top 10 for biggest hip-hop albums of all time, based on global estimates. And overall, I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on the top 30 best hip-hop movie soundtracks from Complex. And moving on, Dame Dash is out here clashing with everyone, and we've got Cameron, 50 Cent, and Charlamagne catching hands from Dame Dash at the moment. And starting with Cameron, if you recall, we covered the story a while back after 50 Cent broke the news that he's got the rights to Paid in Full, and that Cameron was on his team as one of his executive producers for the show. And back then, Dame Dash clowned Cameron.
50 is now your new boss, and you're proud of it.
And now, apart from regretting his decision of making Cameron the vice president of Rockefeller,
even with Cam, I do think I made a mistake. Bleak, I got a lot of respect for Bleak now, because I realize his strength. I'm not saying he's the smartest light in the room. That's not his superpower. It's his loyalty. You can't say nothing about that man's big homie. And every time he's seen me, he's been a gentleman. Every time. And he's been the only one that took a call and talked to me. But the loyalty, I'm thinking, damn, maybe I should have made him the vice president. That's where I fucked up. I didn't see his strength. It takes time to show loyalty. I'm talking about this, because the reason why I'm saying he's not, because he will not let you say a word, even if homie's dead wrong. He'll say some stupid shit, but that's what you're supposed to do. And I see how hard he's working, despite the fact I don't think that Jay takes care of him at all. And he's still out there. I gotta respect that, man. And he will never say nothing bad about his big homie. So I want to give a cosign to Bleak, and I hope that any way I can help him get money, it doesn't mean I want to hang out with him or his crew. Because I be seeing Cam ask him that stupid shit like, I'm not trying to I don't want to hang out with, I don't mind hanging out with Bleak because he's funny, but he's loyal. And that's what it's like, now I was like, damn, I thought, like, I got Cam, he got Bleak. Damn, and I thought that was way stronger, but look. So yeah, any way I can help him, and I think everyone should support him, and everybody should do his interview. Any way I can help your show, let me know. He's a gentleman. I can't, and a real warrior will do that. Doesn't mean I f with y'all, but I respect that, and if your big homie taught you that, good teaching, bro, because look at this shit.
Dame Dash also shared a story about how Cameron wasn't built for the quote streets and has been more of a cosplayer, a civilian posing.
But he never hustled one day that I know of on a Harlem block. And because you said that and did this thing with my son, I don't want to answer. That's why I told the story about why I never hustled with Cam. The reason I never sold a drug with Cam, you know why? Because when he was young, I was on my way to the hill, me, him, and Big L. And I made a left on Amsterdam into a checkpoint, and I didn't have a license. But at that time, they didn't really always lock you up, but they sometimes did. So I was like, yo, I think I can get out of this, but I'm just letting y'all know I got 3 bricks in the car, but I'll wear it. Cam started crying, man. And he told us right then and there that he would put himself in PC. Fuck that, I'm putting myself in PC. Me and Big L like, what? So we went to the side and was like, you know, afterwards we were laughing, but we were like, I was like, I will never hustle with him. He's a ball player and he does music. So I never really, he's a civilian. But you can't be saying you the best that ever did it in Harlem and you never sold drugs. And if you had to go to Ohio after you was a rapper, that's not the best that ever did it. How dare you say some shit like that? And another thing is like, they made up No Homo, but this is saying pause, has pause on his forehead. You didn't make up pause. So you lost your rights. You're not, to me, you're Fredo, you're Cameo. No more, pause, don't act like you, every time you say pause, you're celebrating the Godfather, me. We made that up. Stop saying it unless you think I'm the best that ever did it. Don't act like you did it. You know, I'm like, and the reason why is they can't say No Homo, because they'll get canceled. So now you're gonna try to now take that? So how could you say you the best that ever did it? Don't ever say that. So I also had to regulate that because I don't want people ever to think that's a reflection of Harlem. Guys that curve, stab their brother in the back to help them out, won't pick up their phone.
And Cameron straight up called Dame Dash a liar for these claims and spoke on Dame's obsession with being the boss.
Nah, bro. I ain't know you be lying like this, bro. I ain't know you be lying like this, yo. It's sad. They told me, but you know when man, you don't pay attention to a lot of shit. I didn't know, bro, that you a flagrant liar like this, man. Now look, Talk with Flea come on tomorrow, 5 p.m. on Revolt's YouTube. But that was shit that he talked about last week. So part 2 will be out this Friday on Revolt YouTube about what he talked about this week. But I'll say this one thing, this is what I will say. The on Revolt last week and say he wants to put his content on Revolt channel. Revolt programming is booked up until 2026. They don't have any room for programming. So maybe in 2026 or whatever. So I have 2 more shows I could do this year. And so when I found that out, I called my man Fendi, because I know what Fendi and Dane speak. I said, yo, tell Dane, I'll put his shows on my slot on Revolt, because I have 2 more shows I could put on Revolt, if I can executive produce the shows. I said, he did it for me. When I needed help, he put my albums out on Rockefeller, and I let him executive produce them. I'm trying to do the same thing for you. I got 2 slots left. If you want 2 shows on Revolt this year, and you wasn't getting paid because you said you do it for free, I got a couple dollars for you. I'm just the executive producer of the show. He tell Fendi, yeah, he like, I bet. Nah, matter of fact, fuck that, I'm the Godfather. He can't executive produce my shows, Now, Dame, their own God kids don't want you. How you the Godfather of anything? Your word don't count no more. You don't got teeth. You have dentures. Your word don't mean nothing. You fell off the Mount Rushmore of Harlem a long time ago. But we'll address it all tomorrow and Friday. But don't say I ain't trying to help out. You didn't want me to executive produce your TV shows. Could have walked right in for you. See you tomorrow on Talk with Flea.
Now, since Dame Dash was on the Breakfast Club doing a 3v1 with the panel, where he also claimed 50 Cent doesn't own the rights to Paid in Full, just days after congratulating Cameron for having 50 as his boss.
What about it?
Did you own Paid in Full? Like, how did 50 Cent acquire ownership of Paid in Full?
Do you remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be putting out a documentary about Puff on Netflix?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think it's still happening.
Yeah, right. He's capping. So I talk a different language than most people. I'm a boss. So number one, there is no rights to be bought. So I knew he was trolling.
50 reacted to this claim from Dame Dash on IG. Dame going out bad. I don't know why he would say I'm capping about anything. Award-winning products take time. Catch 50 Ways to Catch a Killer on Fox Nation now. And since we got Cameron out here blasting 50 Cent's music while going back and forth with his former associate Dame Dash, some people have expanded. This ish is tripping me out at the fact that Cam and 50 used to beef and now they are business partners. That is grown man ish right there. And Dame needs to lay off that boss pride that he thinks he still has but doesn't anymore. You need help financially, take the help, fool. And we got people expanding on how this turned out to be unbelievable. A time traveler from the year 2007 seeing Cam listening to 50 dissing Dame would immediately get back in the capsule and go home. And Dame Dash also set his sights on Charlemagne, where he made some wild allegations that's left social media users in shock.
I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening. Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him? And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy not my OG.
Can you
That's
stop?
funny, though.
Can you stop?
Wendy Williams is your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So
yeah.
she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace.
He cooked.
With love. And you should also give her props out of respect.
Oh, I do.
But because we have different trauma. We're different. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that would, like, I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. That's a masculine way of doing things. Now, you don't see it that way. You like to play games, and it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay.
What
Let me
is
tell you
your
why.
business?
Because you started in gossip, which is very feminine, and you are acting like you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff, period.
What's girl stuff?
Talking about people that aren't in the room, that don't have anything to do with them, saying things confidently in front of millions of people and not saying anything. You know how many times I've seen people punk you? I would never let anybody talk to me a certain way. I'd rather get my ass whipped. That's where we're different. We got different trauma. You do things
bother
different.
You that much?
No, do I look bothered?
Yeah.
I'm bothered
Actually, you do.
what I'm bothered about is you're speaking in front of people confidently and you don't have the experience or the knowledge. Also, I'm afraid that white people think that we act like you. You're not dumb, but like the way you keep interrupting me, the way you keep saying things that aren't true but don't know.
Like what? What did I say that's not true?
Let me say what I'm saying. I was still talking.
And we saved the best for later, as he'd seen a moment. And the fact that Dame Dash called Wendy Williams Charlemagne's OG has since gone viral on social media platforms and sparked reactions like, he cooked Charlemagne, but the biggest difference between the two of them is the bankruptcy. And overall, some believe your OG is Wendy Williams has got to be this of the year. Oh, and we got more from Dame Dash this time around on the notion that Charlemagne would never ever criticize Jay-Z for anything, despite being known as one of the biggest haters in hip-hop radio.
I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z, not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about it.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men
Now
when they're not in the room.
you're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know him.
Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk? Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest. Is that a airplane shirt right now?
Paper planes, yeah.
Can I finish? No, I've never seen it. Let me finish.
What you mean?
Let me see it.
You gave us
Can I
CEO
talk?
stuff out.
Let me land the
I wanna see
plane.
your
So
stuff.
I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other. Did you buy that shirt?
Yes.
You went and bought that? They didn't give it to you as much as you say
You're
nice
not supposed
things?
to support black business?
I doubt you bought that shirt.
What you mean?
Anyway,
and I buy CEO
so I
shirt
think
too.
you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think
so,
you're broke.
Okay, I think that.
I think he's kind of gay too.
I think
But
that.
I do have a question.
I think
though.
that. And no disrespect to gay, I just think
I think you're broke.
Like I saw.
and that bothers
look,
you so much to get called broke by people.
I got you.
I do have a question.
I'm sure.
Right?
Raise your hand if you think Dane's broke in the room. Seriously.
And boy, that was tough to watch, and this blew up. I knew Charlemagne was compromised when he said it doesn't matter that Tory Lane's DNA or fingerprints aren't on the gun, and the prosecutor suppressed it in the trial. Charlemagne being sold his soul to Jay-Z a long time ago. Dame Dash isn't lying, and some people are asking if we noticed. Did y'all hear him deny that Jay-Z isn't paying him? And clearly he chose to instead call Dame Dash broke. And on this note, another user expanded. Keep in mind, payment doesn't only mean money if that's too far-fetched for y'all to believe. It means favors, connections, relationships as well. These people be paid. And apparently it is not just Charlemagne getting, quote, paid. Yesterday should have showed everyone what blogs are on Rock Nation, aka Rock Nation's payroll, when them photos surfaced of Jay-Z and Beyonce at the table with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. Only one black media page posted about it, the rest stayed quiet. Let that had been any other artist, it would have been on every blog and a trending topic. And this goes back to Nicki Minaj's rant about Jay-Z playing the black community for personal gain back in July. and many people on social media have pointed towards Nicki Minaj.
Damn.
And that will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.